What's up, YouTube? Bam, and welcome to another edition of Wolves Kings Vids. Alright, so today I'm going to address the issues of a deist by the name of Ronnie, aka True Empiricism. You know, the guy debunked on the whole design thing. Alright, so now he has an issue regarding morality, so let's hear it. Ronnie?
Of course, just like theism, there are many subset beliefs under atheism. One of these beliefs in particular that I'd like to hit on is the idea that science can and will be able to explain everything and anything within the natural world.
Alright, now, you already hear him mess up. First of all, he's confused naturalism with atheism. Now, let's talk about the atheism first. There are no beliefs under atheism, okay? Atheism is by definition the lack of belief in a god or gods, so that's the negation right there. Now, naturalism is a worldview, and it's not so dogmatic in saying that science can account for everything because science develops its knowledge by way of empirical research, so it could always be enlightened. It is the worldview that says that science, reason, and experience are the best tools for understanding the universe by way of the laws of nature, and its success in understanding the cosmos from biology to chemistry to cosmology, in developing unprecedented knowledge of the universe, sending a man to the moon, building satellites, cell phones, the internet, integrated chips, all of these technological advances produced using physical evidence and reasoned logic. But this is an actual worldview. This is an actual philosophy that makes a claim. This is not the same thing as atheism, because you can be an atheist and believe in anything. Like for example, Buddhists, they're atheists, but they believe in reincarnation, in meditation, and enlightenment. Pantheists are just as atheists, like regular. They're atheists with regard to the belief in a personal God, but they see the universe as divine. Raelians, they're atheists too, but they believe in space aliens. It's all about asking them what the positive aspect of their personal belief is, not the lack thereof. But me being a bright, having a naturalistic worldview, I'll address these claims.
What comes to my mind when comparing and contrasting present morality and in modern society with the luxuries that we have due to previous discoveries, comparing and contrasting that with barbaric times, are we, in our present time, just pacifying the hidden nature of men?
No, because with the tools I just mentioned, we actually develop wonderful, amazing concepts like developing society with human rights and civil liberties. Because we get that better understanding of a rational understanding of the consequences of our actions, understanding that in a society, um, what we do, our actions have an effect on everyone else around us, and vice versa. And my freedom to swing my arm ends at the other person's nose, and I don't have the authority or any type of right to impose my will over someone else in any type of scenario, or in a regular type of scenario. But that's the understanding of developing that sense of equality for all people. That's essentially the golden rule. That's why it's universal. And this is all understood without the need of a deity. So there you go.
Because of these luxuries. And what will happen if we took away these luxuries? How would be the behavior of people in our present time? See, if there's no undergirding beliefs that an individual takes sacred, whether religious or however you would deem it or view those things, uh, how can there be any stability of a moral observation of reality?
Okay, so that's pretty much a video. All right. See, what Ryan doesn't get is, apparently he hasn't done a lot of empirical research on this particular issue, the evolution of morality. But sociobiologists, evolutionary psychologists, anthropologists, people working, experts working in the scientific community, have developed a good understanding about this thing, because You see all throughout the natural world in the animal kingdom. You see species developing social orders as a means to an end. Like for example, you see worker bees taking care of the queen, nurturing, caring for her needs, so she can develop more worker bees, so the hive can keep going. You see you see wolves forming packs so they can take down prey, some larger, for example, in order to find food. You see fish like traveling in schools to avoid large predators that are solitary. You see chimps and bonobos taking care of their young, taking care of the elderly as well, forming territories and groups. Some matriarchal, some patriarchal. You see piranhas that go into a fleeting frenzy, but they don't do necessarily anything they want, like resort to cannibalism in that frenzy. But why do we see this? Why do we see this sense of consistency all throughout the natural world? We see this in because in terms of genetics, these are the best ways, these are the best traits to actually survive and pass down genes. This behavior, this phenomena like reciprocal altruism, cooperation, kin selection, these demonstrate that this is the best way to pass down genes to ensure the survival of the next generation. This is one of the best methods of survival of the fittest in action. It helps us survive in order to pass down our genes. That's why in our species, in our hierarchical social species, you see humans pooling together, making societies built on empirical knowledge to survive and ensure the survival of the next generation. That's why you see this behavior more common and more prevalent within social species. And if the ones that aren't moral and don't do this, they either get weeded out by natural selection, or they just get excluded from the species and the ecosystem or the environment necessarily. But this is understood with empirical data, with physical evidence and reason, logic, and just plain observation. It's This is knowledge that doesn't require some imaginary friend or invisible man in the sky. This is just basic understanding. Now, but do you really believe that a person can't be moral without belief in God or religion? And if you figured out today or tomorrow that there was no demonstrable evidence that suggested deity existed, would you still believe that there is a reason to be moral? I would hope that it would be I would hope that you would see that it would be important to be moral without God or religion, because otherwise you'd kind of be on a watch list if you realized that there was insufficient evidence that anything beyond the natural world existed. But then again, I'm just saying stuff. But that would be sort of sociopathic to think that. I'm not saying that you think this, but there are some theists who do. This has been Wolf King. Peace out. Sape aude. Dare to know.